I'm John Travolta, and I have dreads. I'm an alien. Movie sucks. Battlefield Earth, released in the year 2000 and is directed by Roger Christian, who has also directed such films like The Final Cut, Masterminds, American Daylight, Prisoners of the Sun, and Joseph and Mary. And this film is starring John Travolta, Barry Pepper, Forrest Whitaker, Kim Coates, and Sabine Carcenti. And the reason why we're talking about Battlefield Earth today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my longtime subscribers. I'm getting back to your recommendations here. Dr. Camp, thank you very, very much. If any of you out there also want to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and help support this channel, you can click on the PayPal link that is in the comments of this video, and you can give me a little PayPal donation and your recommendation, and I'll give you a little shout out just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. And Dr. Camp, again, I appreciate the recommendation, but fuck you for recommending this movie. I've seen some shit, you've recommended some shit to me, but I found that in a lot of the shit that you've recommended, it's been entertaining, and I've laughed at it, and I've had a good time watching just the train wreck that I'm seeing on screen. This one is not enjoyable. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not funny. I'm confused as what's happening here. A lot of the decisions made, I feel, are in retrospect to what happened with The Matrix, because The Matrix came out in 1999, this film came out in 2000, so as they were shooting it and as they were editing it, I'm pretty sure they watched the movie The Matrix and they were like, oh, I want to do that with this one. Let's slow down that fight scene, and it'll be like the one from the lobby in The Matrix. You remember that one? That one was cool. Let's do that. And it doesn't look good because it wasn't shot or intended to be that slow or done in slow motion like that. The movie just looks bad. It's terrible. And there's so much that happens in it that I'm like, why is this here? Why did this happen? Why are you making this choice? Why is this character doing this? It doesn't make sense. All right, let's see if I can give you a fucking plot synopsis here. Let's go. In the year 3000, Earth is a desolate wasteland and the human race is on the brink of extinction because giant aliens known as cyclos run the world, and they're constantly looking for gold. Well, anyway, our main character's name is Johnny, and he gets captured by the Cyclos, and he's used to figure out what humans' favorite food is. So John Travolta's character, whose name is Terrell, gives him a whole bunch of knowledge so that he can go out and figure out what food they want to eat so that Terrell can figure out how he can bribe the human into mining for gold because the Cyclos don't think the human man-keys, or whatever they call them, don't think they can mine for gold. And that would help with a lot of, like, production and finding of gold, even though, like, if they were smart aliens, they would know that humans, like mine all the time. And there are many books that they have access to and information they have access to learn that humans, you know, will go out and hunt other things, and they'll cook the things, and then we'll have that as a meal. Why do they need to send them out to figure out what they want to eat? To bribe them to mine for gold? Why do they do that? Why? What's going on here? This is one of the worst scripts, one of the worst movies I have ever seen. And I remember seeing posters and seeing a bunch of, like, display VHSs at Blockbuster and Family Video growing up around the year 2000. I thought, oh, this is a very popular movie. My parents don't want me to watch it because maybe it's an adult film and, you know, a lot of blood happens in it. Maybe I'm just a little kid and I'm too sensitive for that stuff. No, I just don't think they wanted me to watch it because it was bad. And not just bad from a story standpoint, which is god fucking awful. From a technical standpoint, the cinematography here is laughable. Every single frame in here is shot at a Dutch angle where the camera is tilted 45 degrees because that makes it more dramatic and more sci-fi, I guess? I don't know, I'm trying to come up with reasons why that was the fucking decision. I don't know. I mean, I have a brain, so I couldn't really tell you. This is based on a book by L. Ron Hubbard, who is the founder of Scientology. Is this what Scientology is based on, this book? Because if it is, how is that religion a religion? Who follows this shit? But that's one of the reasons why this movie was made, because John Travolta, who is a Scientologist, wanted to appease his religious creator, I guess? I don't know. He wanted to make this movie, and I guess this was only like part 1 of the book Battlefield Earth, and they were supposed to do a sequel to this, or had ideas for a sequel, but because this movie underperformed and was just fucking bad, they decided to pull the plug on any future installments. I wonder fucking why. It's a movie called Battlefield Earth, and there's no battles. The battle that we get happens within the last 10 minutes, where the savage people who are dressed as Ewoks from Star Wars learn how to fly fighter jets in, like, a day. Because, you know, you can. Not to mention, like, all the fighter jet fuel should be watered down and you couldn't fly the jets. But, you know, take science out of it. Yes, it's based on Scientology and it's from the guy who founded it. But take science out of it. Scientology, let's focus on the tology. Let's take the science out of the stuff. This movie's all about tology. How about that? And I just don't understand the character motivations behind anything that they do. John Travolta's character wants, like, promotion. He wants to be seen, which I think every person who works for a corporation can relate to this character. I feel that I'm qualified. I'm gonna interview for this position to advance my career with this corporation. And then they're held back constantly. Okay, I get that. That's a very solid motivation. But then he's talking about how we're superior to human beings. But yeah, what these aliens do is they go to a bar and they drown their sorrows in green liquid goo beer or whatever it is. So it's like, you think you're so superior to the human race, yet you're doing everything that humans do, basically, when they're depressed and they're angry at their job. So you're not much better than the humans. I would think you're even dumber, because you have all this technology in front of you, and all this history, all of these books, and all, like, this computerized history on the human race, but yet you don't fucking know what humans love to eat? So how you're gonna figure that out is you're gonna take a couple of humans that you have captured, you're gonna send them into the mountains, and you're gonna leave them there for 3 days, but you're gonna constantly watch them to see what they do, and then whatever they start eating in the mountains for those 3 days, I mean, that's obviously what the human's gonna want to eat, right? Oh, they find a couple of rats because they've been out in the mountains for 3 fucking days. Yeah, they're gonna eat the rats. They must love the rats. Let's get a whole bunch of rats to bribe them into mining gold for us. Which apparently they just find it at Fort Knox, where the safe is completely open and all the gold is in perfect, pristine condition. Why do you need the humans to mine the gold when you could have just gone to Fort Knox, where everything is wide open for you, and you could have billions, trillions of gold bars in pristine condition for your golding mining? For what reasons? There's a whole bunch of shots in here that are extremely slowed down due to all the slow motion effects that we got from The Matrix. I guarantee that's what it was. because they come out of nowhere in this movie. They make no sense. Johnny's like running through this brick lobby with his hands flailing like this because, you know, people run like that. And you see all the cinder blocks being obliterated by bullets or whatever, these stupid little laser cannons that they have with the little tiny beams that come out and they go, ugh, which look fucking stupid and sound fucking stupid. Movies don't get much worse than this. There are a few things that irritate me more. I found myself, you know, pushing myself through this movie and finding myself falling asleep and dozing off and just fighting it just to remain awake to figure out, okay, how does this movie fucking end? Where are all the battles in this Battlefield Earth movie? Oh, the final goal is to blow up an entire alien planet? Oh, okay, you know, like you do. You have one nuclear bomb that you're gonna teleport there, and that's gonna obliterate the entire alien planet because of the atmosphere. So if, like, a fire is started, it's basically all just, like, gas, so the fire just goes all over the planet and it explodes. That makes sense. Can you explain all of the fire that's rising from, like, their factories on their alien planet and why that didn't obliterate it then? Can you explain that? Oh, no, that's right. We take the science out of it and we focus on the TOLOGY. That's right. Battlefield Earth is goddamn terrible. It's a sight to be seen. I almost feel like recommending this to be like, you think this other movie that you watched was just awful. You haven't seen awful yet until you've watched this movie. It's a rarity. It's a phenomenon. It's a moment in film history that I think all of us should experience to go like, okay, things are bad. Things are bad now. Things are bad in my life. But you know what? At least it's not Battlefield Earth. I'm gonna give Battlefield Earth the biggest half of Blu-ray I possibly can. I gotta give it something. I can't give it 0 because I don't have anything for a 0 sound effect. No! No! So guys, have you seen Battlefield Earth? What did you think about it? I'm sure there's people out there who absolutely love this movie. If you are one of those people, please comment below. I'm interested to hear your side of the story and how you're just drinking the TOLOGY Kool-Aid. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.